Sometimes you should just learn to leave things alone. But I'm not one who has ever learned that lesson. So, you know why you're here. You saw the header. Rolling with Tbone is going to expose Shade Tree Surgeon right here for everybody to see. Just a real quick thing though about the Super Glide Miss Kitty. These emblems were special ordered by Michelle for this bike. They're vintage emblems, and they only put them on bikes for 1 year. So I don't even want to know what she paid for that. And in a side note, this is a 99 Super Glide. If anybody has the stock seat that came on these Dynas, if you bought yourself a Saddleman and you still have your stock Super Glide seat or Dyna seat that'll fit a 99 Super Glide, and you would like to send it to Tbone, Tbone will accept it. But today we're going to dive into something else. We're going to dive into the world of Shade Tree Surgeon. Let's do it. Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with Tbone. Yes, a regular episode of Rolling with Tbone. In the middle of Rolling with Tbone presents Spooktober, we're going to shoot another regular episode of Rolling with Tbone. If you are new here, welcome in. My name is Tbone. I shoot motorcycle related content and, well, any kind of content really. As you will see, if you will take the moment after watching this video to go watch some of my other videos called Rolling with Tbone presents Spooktober. We're coming up on the crescendo of that. But anyway, if you're old here, welcome back. And the chances are you know who Shade Tree Surgeon is. Now, I've got a decision to make about this episode of Rolling with Tbone. I've got a decision to make about whether I'm going to upload this to Facebook as well as YouTube. I guess I'll just have to see what future Tbone decides to do. But for now, Shade Tree Surgeon. Alright, so Shade Tree Surgeon on YouTube. First I want to just start out by saying a little bit about the history of Shade Tree Surgeon to me. Now, I have been a part of what he calls the Shade Tree Army for a little while now. I came in post or pre-COVID when him and Jess were still together some 6 years ago, 7 maybe. Back when he was a Shade Tree Surgeon who didn't really seem like he had just a full-blown plan about what was going on. You know, a 30-year-old Shade Tree Surgeon who was just living life bullet fast, riding his Triumph Rocket 3 and just shooting content. The first thing that came across me, the very first video I ever saw of Shade Tree Surgeon, I had went and said that it was the 1,200 miles on a chopper trip. That's not true. The very first episode I ever saw of Shade Tree Surgeon was a mashup of his other videos, because it popped up in my memories that I had watched it, and I had watched it some 6 years ago, 7 years ago. But that Shade Tree Surgeon then is, to me, totally different than the person that Shade Tree Surgeon is today. You know, the love of making these videos, because I watched the videos and he would talk to you and he'd monologue about what was going on, and he wasn't like super political or anything like that, but he had common sense views about the world around him. He just stood back, and that's what I was always saying in some of my vlogs, was just take a common sense view of everything. And I really dug what he was saying. You know, I kind of got what he was about. I kind of jumped on the train there, thinking, man, you know, what he's doing is just such a simple concept. Put a camera on and just talk about what you're doing, and marry that ideal with your love for motorcycles. So yeah, Shade Tree Surgeon inspired me to become a moto vlogger. And you could see it coming in to view a little bit, who he would morph into. Sort of after his breakup, things started changing for him. You know, Josh has always been this guy who says, you know, he's a bad person doing good things. Well, maybe that's the case, or maybe he just thinks he's a bad person. Because I saw Josh change throughout the course of his videos, and everybody who's been with him for a long time has. From the craziness with Waldo Corn and, you know, Buffalo Bill and the Jesses and Jesse Gray, and going out to ride dirt bikes, and he was doing hair scrambles. That Josh was just kind of all over the place, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. Not that that was a bad thing, because he was enjoying everything that he was doing, and that came across to be very genuine in the content that he was producing and the stuff that he was saying in his videos. He was very good at relaying to you and me as people who would watch his content that, yeah, in fact, he was having a good time doing everything that he was doing. And that kind of resonated with us who was out here watching him do it. I can remember the episode where he went and very first met Jared Weems. I can remember him being a Triumph lover and wanting to go meet Weems because he had heard about the chopper that Jared Weems was building for Forgotten Angels. And then I can also remember the first time Josh went to Forgotten Angels. And the reason I touch on that very specifically is because out of habit, the videos kind of stayed the same, but then the videos really drastically started to change. And in my view, and in probably Josh's view and everybody else around, the content started to just get better and better and better and better. And you would see Josh grow, meaning not so much with the dirt bikes, not so much all over the place. Josh started focusing in and made his channel and his live about helping Forgotten Angels. Now Forgotten Angels is 90% of his content, because you can tell it comes through the camera, it comes across to all of us that Josh truly has passion in his heart for Forgotten Angels. And I mean, I have never met Josh face to face. I hope to someday, but right now it's not feasible for me because of my work schedule. At the rec center, fall and spring are my two busiest times, because I am on the soccer side of things, and we have spring soccer and fall soccer. And right now I'm in the middle of fall soccer as of this video. But watching other people shoot content around Josh, and sometimes him not even realize that they're shooting it, you get the idea that the Josh that you see on the Shade Tree Surgeon shirt, the Josh you see on the Shade Tree Surgeon channel is that Josh that is very genuine. It's just him. You know, sometimes he seems over the top and everything is loud and boisterous and he monologues, and I personally love that stuff because I think that might be one of the realest glimpses into who Josh is as a person, rather than just being a character Shade Tree Surgeon. But I think it kind of comes across to us who are fans of his channel and who have followed him for a long time, you know, you see him love it. You see, and now he's got everybody in his life involved in it. Shay Lacey, his niece. I can remember Shay Lacey's very first turning up in Shade Tree Surgeon's videos. This is my niece, he says, and she rides, and all of a sudden they're working on putting her a channel together. Go follow Shay Lacey on YouTube. But you could tell that the people around him realized also, people like Cammy Bay and, you know, Shay and all these people who were around Josh all of the time. Blockhead kind of got involved. Jared Weems was involved. But you could see that they were realizing that Josh was leaning toward having more fun and having more of a passion for Forgotten Angels. You could see it develop, not just in his videos, but in their videos as well, because Josh became about something more than he was. It was bigger than the sum of its parts, meaning Josh realized that this was important, and it was something he could see what the results of it was, and hey, he wanted us to be able to see what the results were. Hey, come down, visit Forgotten Angels Campout. You know, come to the campout, come to the Forgotten Angels property, see it for yourself. And then the campout began, and now it's taken on a life of its own. So it's all very organic. It all happened very organically. And those of us, you know, I think me and Recycled Hooligan had talked about it one time in a live chat where we had just said it was fun watching him grow from just Shade Tree Surgeon, who was all over the place, to a laser focus. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. Josh will not quit being humble about this. He will, you know, he'll stay humble. He'll say, I don't do no more than anybody else. I don't do no more than you who are watching this video and telling one person about it. Which, partly that could be true, but Josh does a lot of work. Him and Shay Lacey, but Josh does a lot of work for Forgotten Angels, picking up motorcycles, bringing them into raffle off, talking to people about Forgotten Angels, making sure that the campground is ready, going out and doing work at the property. And Josh is one of the biggest advocates for Forgotten Angels right now, known to our group of people. When we say Forgotten Angels, we automatically think Josh, Shade Tree Surgeon. And when we think Shade Tree Surgeon, we think Forgotten Angels. The two have become linked in a very cool way that we, as, you know, fans of his channel and as content creators, got to watch happen organically. I mean, up in the left-hand corner, you see the Forgotten Angel symbol. I have now started putting that in every one of my videos, just as a reminder to the people who watch my videos that there is this charity called Forgotten Angels that could use your $25 donation, or whatever you can afford to donate. It don't have to be $25, but if you enter the raffle at any point in time for a motorcycle, you're automatically entered to win the grand prize, which is $250,000. Or a house in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. I think it's in Tampa. And yes, I'm not just out here saying it without doing it. I am entered into that. I did buy a ticket on the drawing, $25 ticket, and I want to say it was on the '96 Bad Boy chopper that Flip and the Blue Mule won. I think that was it, honestly. But now he's giving away a FXR and a Dyna, a better looking dinosaur. Well, I don't know, this Dyna is beautiful, but the one they're giving away is kind of like a mini Godzilla. If you watch Blockhead's channel, you know what I'm saying when I talk about Godzilla. But nonetheless, 2 bikes are going to be given away in this next drawing. Beautiful FXR, beautiful, gorgeous, white with ghost flames FXR, and the Dyna is beautiful itself, but I have two Dynas, so I don't know, I may end up buying a ticket for the FXR. I just kind of have to see how things pan out. But anyway, getting back to exposing Shade Tree Surgeon. Now Josh will say it's good people, bad people doing good things. I'm not so sure, Shade Tree Surgeon, that you are a bad person. Do you have bad tendencies? Absolutely. I have bad tendencies as well. I'm not, you know, I'm not a running candidate for just the most beautiful halo you ever seen, but I try to be a good person myself. I try to help people when I can. I've done a lot of this type of work in pro wrestling, not trying to toot my own horn, but I think kind of as a third person looking in, I can kind of see what Josh is doing. So to expose Shade Tree Surgeon, what would I have to say about him in closing? Without ever meeting the guy, I can tell you that he is a genuine human being. The person that you see in the videos is exactly who he is. There's not a switch to turn it on and turn it off. He's just a big, fun, lovable Muppet, and people love him, and he makes life fun. We all look forward to Shade Tree's videos. We all look forward to the live streams, and I go back so far, I can remember Cammy Bay before Cammy Bay grew, so to speak, got bigger. I can remember Cammy Bay with dreadlocks. So I've been watching Shade Tree Surgeon stuff for a while. The Triumph Rocket 3 was his, and I guess it still is in a way, although he got on the gold wing kick, and he's getting his FXR, which he bought from the Waldo corn that blew up on him coming to Helen, Georgia. It's about to be back on the road. He's been, they fired it up. I know he wanted to try to have it out on the camp out, which is right now going on as this video premieres. But I think Shade Tree Surgeon is just a genuine guy. And the Triumph Rocket 3 was the crown was the jewel in the crown of the Shade Tree Surgeon channel. When he broke his foot and he was laid up, he started working on the Rocket 3 and giving it a overhaul, new paint, all new parts. And I don't think he'll ever get rid of that bike, but I think he loves bikes. I think he will tell you he loves bikes. He'll just say, I like bike. And that's pretty well much simple that all of us can say. We just like to ride. Brand, not specific. Style, not specific. Although we do tend to ride a specific type of bike, it doesn't mean that we're just stuck on that brand or that type or that class. But anyway, thank you guys for coming in and watching. I just exposed you to Shade Tree Surgeon. I think you're a cool, genuine dude, and I would love to just kind of hang out with you for a little while and shoot the breeze. And that time will come. That'll happen down the road. I've got faith that I'll be able to make that happen, or we'll be able to make that happen. I'm not really concerned about that right now, but I'm a fan. And, I think in just the course of our conversations online that me and Josh has actually struck up a little bit of a friendship. Not that he's not an unapproachable person, and he hasn't let all this, his ego does get stroked quite a bit, but but I still think overall Josh is just a good, genuine dude. I really do. But guys, go check out Shade Tree Surgeon channel on YouTube if you don't know who I'm talking about. Watch a bunch of his videos, and guys, you've got years and years worth of videos to watch. Do like I did, just watch him, do a comparison, watch him grow organically into what he is today, and it might even shock you a little. But Josh is just a cool dude. I think if I was going to if I was going to hang out with the dude, it would definitely be him, and I would just listen to his stories, because he loves to tell stories. He loves to entertain. He loves to pique people's interest in things. You know, he's an entertainer at heart, and he's inspired a lot of people to do exactly what I'm doing right now. That's to strap a camera to their helmet and just run their mouths. That's oh God, you know, I've evolved on my channel, but I still basically, it's just me sitting on a motorcycle running my mouth. Oh, but there it is, Shade Tree Surgeon. I have exposed you as just a good, genuine dude. Now you'll probably work a little at trying to discredit me, but I don't think you can do it, because I think people realize what you are and who you are. But guys, that is it. I'm going to drop this episode, a regular episode of Rolling with T-Bone, off right here. Remember that we're still in the middle of Rolling with T-Bone presents Spooktober. Those videos are doing good. Let me thank you all for the views and the great comments and the likes and everything on that series. You've made this series a success for me, so I want to thank you for that. Remember to like, share, comment, and watch a few of my videos, and then think about hitting that subscribe button. But I tell you what, guys, I'm going to drop it right here. Till the next time, guys, till the next time, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'm T-Bone. This has been Rolling with T-Bone, and thanks for watching.